I'm here alongside Max Griffin, who takes on Curtis Millender at UFC 226 this weekend. Max, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm hot, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What have you been up to? Talk us a little bit about your schedule. I know we're just under a week away now from the fight.
Just really just tuning up, tightening the last few things up, just getting sharp. The last couple weeks is more mental. Is a lot of visualization, game plan, just different tendencies, tactics. It's all mental now. So putting it together and ready to perform.
And when do you leave for Vegas?
I leave Tuesday morning.
Okay.
It's only about a 45-minute flight from here.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad then.
Yeah.
And you fought obviously in Vegas before when you fought Colby Covington. Obviously it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but are you excited to be fighting again in Vegas, especially International Fight Week?
Definitely. I learned a lot from that first Colby fight. Taught me a lot about, UFC and just where I needed to be mentally. But as you know, that was probably one of the biggest cards ever, that 202 card to take place, and I was on that. And I was talking to Mike Perry about it yesterday. And he was on that card as well. And now this time around, we're both on the next biggest card ever this year. So it's good. It's good to have me on for the world.
And you spoke about Mike Perry there. What happened there? Because we saw some back and forth on social media. Where did it all start and what happened?
I don't know. He put out this video the other day about the Mike Perry Platinum Foundation. It was a good commercial. It was about how he beat up Jake Ellenberger and punted on Kim. It was a funny video. Message like, "Hey man, good acting," and he takes it the wrong way sometimes, and he did talking about "F me" and "F you," and then we kind of went back and forth, but you know how the media is. It wasn't that serious, but they try to make a story. We're cool. I don't have any beef with him. We're fine, but the media just tries to make a story out of everything. Sorry. Out of everything, Max Griffin, Mike Perry have a beef. It's like, ay.
So if you were to run into each other, at the hotel, during the week, there's no bad blood, nothing.
No, we're straight.
Okay.
We're straight.
Okay, so I mean, you're taking on Curtis Millender, who he made quite a big impression in his UFC debut back in February, I think it was. But he called you out. Were you surprised at that?
Yeah, I don't know why anyone wants these hands, really. Stylistically, I'm not a good matchup for him, so I don't know why he called me out. I honestly think he's just trying to piggyback on my success. I haven't been in long the UFC, but I've had a good little. Even though I lost to Colby, I've had a fight of the night, beat the Ultimate Fighter winner, and then beat a surging number 15 Mike Perry, beat the brakes off him. So it's I'm looking pretty good right now. I'm not the kind of guy that I don't think anyone really wants to fight right now. So, he's going to get his wish.
And we obviously said about Mike Perry, and you just touched on it again, your last fight. That was the last fight on your contract, right? And is it true that you actually gave up your full-time job in order to train full-time?
Very true. I was blessed enough to go to Brazil and fight Elisa dos Santos. Got fight of the night to 50 grand. And, something like that for me is a life changer to have that chunk. So I was already making, I worked a career job, I made money, but, I got this far working 40, 50 hours a week. It's not like, I was flipping a burger a couple hours a day. Like I was running part of a company, and, I feel like that money was a blessing to use. I've always wanted to fight full time. That's my dream. Some guys get blessed. They can live with their mom and train or live with some roommates, but I have a life. I'm an adult. I have a son. I have rent, bills, like normal people, so I can't just quit all that and train. It's ridiculous. So I feel like it was a blessing to get that fight of the night, use that 50 grand. I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest that in myself. Essentially paid my rent for the next year, paid all my bills, and allowed myself to train full time, and it's one of the best choices of my life.
So how does that differ then? How different does that feel?
you don't really know until you do it. I mean, you've always wanted to fight full time and, or, you know, follow your dream and that. And I've always made it work. You know, like I said, I work 40 hours a week. So in the morning, I train 6 to 8 in the morning, do my strength and conditioning, go to work. Sometimes I work out on my lunch, get off work and train from about 5 to 9, 10 o'clock at night. That was Monday through Friday. So to cut that off and to be able to train in the morning, take a break, train again, you know, eat, train again. It's more than just training more. It actually gave me time to recover. Like, I used to have to trade time. So I'd be like, hey, am I going to do jiu-jitsu today after work? Am I going to do wrestling? Or, you know, am I going to go in the cryotherapy chamber? Or am I going to go to boxing? And now I could do my schedule. I'm nothing without my schedule. My calendar, I can't even. Yeah, so now I have it all broken down. Because, you know, I used to work in the corporate world, so it was all on calendar, all on Outlook. And so now I got my phone with the same kind of structure, my training with the same kind of, you know, rest, train, recover, cryo, infrared, you know, everything. So it allowed me to train harder and recover as well, so I could train as well. Hey. Sorry. My son's kicking the punching bag in there, so he needs to cut that out.
So, I mean, you said you have a son, so what's that like then? You have more time, I presume, to spend with him, and does it give you a better kind of like a work-life balance now?
For sure. You know, like I said, I work full-time, a regular job, and I got divorced a few years ago, so I get him on the weekends. I get him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So like for now, like for summer, right? If I couldn't, he has summer out here. So he's here. He's with me all week. You know, before I couldn't even do that, like physically. Hey, Dad, I want to be with you for the summer. Like, yeah, but you'd have to get babysat all week. You know what I mean? So it changed my life. I need to go pick him up. I can't. If I need to go this, he lives like an hour away from me in Fairfield. He lives like an hour away, but now I have the flexibility to go do something and train later, or you know what, I could, you know, do this half a day and then go. You know, it's so flexible. I'm my own boss, and I do whatever I want, so it works out.
Cool. And have you been working on anything specific this camp for Curtis? And have you watched any of his last performances? I know he's coming off of, I think, 3 KO victories in a row.
Not really, not at all. He's good. Everyone's good right at this level, but he has a lot of things that we are going to expose and hurt him with, you know. He has a lot of false confidence, I believe.
Okay.
He's good. You know, he has a few good moves, but MMA is 1,000 moves. He has like 4 moves. So it's, you guys are going to see, it's going to kind of be like the Mike Perry thing. Not in the fact that stylistically, but you guys are going to be like, shit. Max did that, you know what I mean? He's not good as we thought he is. We'll see. You'll see. We've been working on a lot of things, a lot of weaknesses. His strengths too. We're working on his strengths, and there's just so much. I'm very excited for this matchup.
Can you let us into what you think he does well and what he doesn't do so well?
I'll tell you what he does well. He talks well. He tries to intimidate his opponents to think that, you know, he's a lot tougher and more skilled than he actually is. But he has good kicks, good head kicks. He's tricky. He's kind of a showman in there, kind of cocky. You know, uses that attitude. He's tall. He has good range, good knees. That's about it.
And did you watch his last performance, his UFC debut?
I did. I watched his debut. He fought a guy off the couch that hasn't fought in about 3 years. Short guy. Stubby arms. You know, short reach. He has probably like a featherweight reach. Doesn't move forward. Stays real low. Stands, you know, when he, you know, even during the fight. I don't even feel like he was winning the fight until that decision. He got tired in the first round. He wasn't clearly dominating that fight. It was a back and forth fight. And when Thiago got caught, his hands were down like this, in range, just like this. Who stands in range against a taller guy with their hands down? I don't know. But, he threw that knee. It looked lucky. Before that knee, no one thought that was going to happen. And he landed it, and he's excited. He got that confidence, which is good, But I'm going to show him what to do.
Do you think this is going to go the distance then, or do you see it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. He can't run that fast. He can't run that fast. He's a runner, but he can't run that fast.
So what do you think, what kind of fight, how do you see it going, how do you see it unfolding in your eyes? And how do you get the win?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say how it's going to unfold. But he's going to get tired real quick. I'm going to push the pace. I'll tell you, I'm going to push the pace. Because he watches all my interviews. He watches all my stuff. He stalks my pages. I don't care about none of the shit he has to say. But like he'll do little memes on little comments I made in like a sentence of like a 2-hour interview. He'll make something about that. So I can tell he listens to my stuff, But I'm going to push the pace on him. He has terrible cardio. And I'm going to push the pace. And anytime he gets near me, he's going to get effed up. So that's how it's going to go. And anytime he's in my range, he's getting messed up. And he's going to quit.
So if he is watching this interview, what would your message be to him?
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. You act all tough on TV and all this, and I'm going to give you the business.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing the fight. Thank you very much for talking to me, and I look forward to seeing the fight on Saturday. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for hitting me up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.